All right, y'all, before I even get into this, disclaimer, I am not a stocks person. All right, so y'all can correct me in the comments on this, but the NASDAQ, so I hoid. There was a little bit of a crash on the NASDAQs due to Chinese takeaway unveiling some amazing new open source AI project that is way better than anything we have, and it was done for $5 million, or correct me on the number if I'm wrong, but it was something comparatively low, considering the fact that the smelly one proudly announced a $500 billion contract for the same thing. We were just talking about those fucking planes and how they're spending 800, actually it was almost 900. I'm being generous here. 800,000 per flight for these military planes when the ones they're supposed to be using are $8,000 a piece. Just throwing our money away for no reason, because why not? And then here is just another piece of proof that they are just throwing away our money. And didn't I say when they announced it, I was like, 500 billion? Someone needs to go read that contract. There's some shit, just nestled in there. There's no way that that's what's needed for this. And bam, here comes Chinese takeaway to go, actually, yeah, y'all are greedy as fuck. We did it for 5 million. There you go. And it's better than what you got. Now what? And so now I almost wonder if First Boyfriend had anything to do with that, because they're having a little tiff right now. And I mean, he's in with Chinese takeaway. He goes over there for visits. They've got the stuff he needs to make his things. And they're having a little tiff. He just got ejected from the house that is what? Like I said, Smelly One announced that $500 billion deal. Okay, First Boyfriend got jealous and started spilling everyone's liquid assets all over the Twitter space. Next thing you know, the Smelly Ones tell him to get out of my White House. So then the chief of staff is like, "Ooh, well, sorry, they told me that you're gonna have to pack up and move your stuff from that office across the street, and now you had to answer to me instead of him, cause no." And I was like, "Oh, that's not gonna go over well." And if you notice, every time we do something stupid, we pull out of a World Health Organization or whatever, here comes Chinese takeaway right behind us. Like, hey, they step back. That's okay. We're going to step up. We're ready. We're ready to be number one. We've been waiting. And I'm like, and here come the fake traits going, America strong. Everyone's afraid of us. Like, okay, all right. Chinese takeaways teed up to be number one, but sure. Fake patriotism, I guess. You know what you're talking about. You and your convictions and your ability to read world news. Or not. Anyway. They've been doing it this whole time, but this one, I don't know. I just wonder if there's a whiff of petty in there. If someone was like, yeah, go ahead. They want to boot me for my office and across the street. Didn't you want to drop that open source AI that you did for how much? You want to go ahead and release that? I don't know. Was it already scheduled for release? I don't know. It's just my mind. I'm just fantasizing, but embarrassing. So yet another example of how these people are not efficient. They're not better at business. They're not geniuses that are going to make everything better because they know they're just fleecing everybody. They're just fleecing everything, okay? They're just doing whatever they can with our money because it's ours. They're just out there like, yeah, $500 billion for this shit that shouldn't cost more than $5 million. It's not our money. It's taxpayer money. We don't care. Here, okay, Mad Hatters, I know you're fine with the eggs and you're fine with the gas and you're fine with the cost of everything going up, but really, you're 500 billion to 5 million. I know y'all math educated things is not your forte, not your strong suit, but 500 billion is a very, very lot versus 5 million that's astronomically a lot bigger, and not like a little bit, like a lot. And that's your money, unless you're just on and not paying anything, then maybe not your money. But I know in blue states, it's most definitely our money. Maybe that's what it is. All the broke red states know it's not their money. That's why they're like, we don't care. Send it over there. I'll pay anything because you're not paying for it. It's like when the broke person who's not paying for lunch sits down at the table and it's like, bring me your best bottle, please. Like, no, bitch, you can't pick up the tab. Talk about bring me your best bottle. We can't stand that one at the table. That's them. That's the red states. They coming up there knowing that someone else is picking up the check and they're like, I want the lobster buffet. No, Oklahoma. You get what you can afford. All right. You go to the dry toast table.